In history, there has always been this debate about whether great leaders are born or made. I think it is the latter. And while I do not think of myself as a great leader, I do aspire to be the kind of leader who leads with conviction, courage, honesty, sensitivity, integrity, and compassion. There are those that believe that some of these characteristics are more intrinsic to women than men, but I would beg to differ. I have known many leaders, both male and female, who demonstrate these traits. The key is being the kind of leader who is authentic and willing to do the right thing all the time. This can be difficult because sometimes the right thing is the hardest thing because of how your decision will be perceived or how it will impact others. As we all know, this has been an unimaginable year during which we've all had to make hard choices that impacted our communities, our employees, and in my case, our students as well. Each of these decisions required conviction, honesty, sensitivity, integrity, compassion, and most certainly courage. When we made the decision last March to suspend face-to-face instruction at Delaware County Community College and transition to online learning, we knew that this would create a hardship for some of our students, specifically those without computers or adequate internet connectivity at home. But the responsibility for the health and well-being of an entire college community and their families had to take precedence. To help our students, we quickly purchased as many laptops and Chromebooks as we could get our hands on. And we identified laptops within the college that we could also distribute. We also made available mobile hotspots to ensure that students could continue their courses without falling behind. We also provided online counseling and advising and tutoring, and many of our students thrived in this online environment, but some did not. And we are continuing to find new and innovative ways to support our students. During the time we were making these decisions, I reflected on my time in the military and the lessons that I learned about battlefield decision-making. When we are in a battle, as we all are now with COVID-19, we must always think about the big picture, but we must never lose sight of the smaller picture and how our decisions impact the lives of others. I'm grateful to the mentors in my life who helped me learn this important leadership lesson early in my career. This year, we also witnessed tragedies that inspired numerous peaceful protests regarding the inequities and social injustices that have plagued our country for generations. These peaceful protests have given birth to a new generation of social activists who are standing up for what they believe and taking up the reins of nonviolent protest to demand that our country change. Many of these nonviolent protesters are college students using what they have learned in their coursework to charter a new path for our country. As I watched these events play out on my television, I knew that as a leader, I had a responsibility to engage the college, our students, and the broader community to bring about the positive change that we all want to see. Colleges and universities have long been places where students go to explore new ideas, engage in thought-provoking and sometimes difficult or controversial conversations, all with the goal of creating a more enlightened citizenry. But historically, our communities have not been engaged in these conversations. This is why we created the Center for Equity and Social Justice. The mission of the center is to contribute to the dismantling of systems of racism, discrimination, and social injustice within our communities by acting as a convener to provide ongoing opportunities for education that leads to greater awareness, meaningful dialogue, common ground, and transformational change. And while I knew that creating the center might not be viewed favorably by all members of the community, I also knew that creating the center was the right decision and that this was the right time to move forward. Sometimes doing the right thing requires courage and conviction. And as we prepare to say goodbye to 2020 and look forward to 2021, I encourage each of us to reflect upon the lessons learned this year and use that knowledge to make 2021 the very best it can be. True leadership, transformational leadership, is not about power or about others following you. True leadership is about making a difference, sharing the lessons you've learned along the way so that others may learn as well, and creating opportunities for others to begin their leadership journey as well. A leader should not be measured by what they have accomplished. A true leader should be measured by their ability to forge a road so that future leaders, stronger leaders, can carry on in the future. And when I reflect on all that the Women in Leadership Award stands for, I see that there is still much to do and so much more to accomplish. This award is a symbol of the duty I have to continue inspiring the leaders of tomorrow. Thank you.